The Razer Orochi V2, coming in at a price tag of $53.49 at the time of filming.
If at any point during the video you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below.
Even though $53.49 is its current price on Amazon, I've seen it as low as $49.99 fairly recently. For the sensor, this is using Razer's 18K optical sensor, which is a great sensor. This has a 1000 Hertz pulling rate, 18,000 DPI, 450 IPS, and 40 Gs of acceleration. Now, build quality here is great as we expect from modern Razer, maybe not past Razer, but they're doing great nowadays, and the V2, even though it's a little bit older, is no exception. No creaks at all, and we've now had this mouse for well over a year. Overall, fantastic fit and finish. The entire top shell can also be removed to expose the battery location and the USB dongle storage, which is a big thing. The design is also very attractive. It has contrasting black accents and very sleek angles. Now, this is an egg-shaped mouse and is fairly small. However, it has a nice palm bump for the support, and height is also nice, having a comfortable place to rest your fingers. Now, I palm grip, and I have average size hands. I'm like very average. I'm literally like 5'9". My hands are like perfectly average, although it's not all average. But I palm grip the mouse, and even with this smaller shape, it feels great. So really whatever grip style you're doing is probably gonna be good for this mouse. For color options, you have three. You have black, white, and pink. Now let's talk about how this slides and glides. Now, this has virgin grade PTFE 100% skates. This has a long band across the top and another sizable skate on the bottom of the mouse, as well as a skate around the sensor. Now, with this design, it glides nicely. Really, no complaints. Like, there's no real noticeable drag. It just does really well. For the most part, Razer gets their skates almost always perfect. There are definitely exceptions. For connectivity, obviously this is wireless with a 2.4 gigahertz USB Type-A dongle, or you can even use this wirelessly with Bluetooth, but don't use Bluetooth for gaming. You won't get its full pulling rate. So when you're gaming, you definitely want to be using the dongle. Now for battery life, this is powered with a battery, like a AA or AAA. There's two different batteries that you can choose to use, and if you use lithium, it cuts down on weight even more. So if you buy a separate lithium battery, AAA or AA, I would recommend a AAA lithium battery. That's how you're gonna get the lightest possible weight. Also, the lithiums will probably give you more battery life. Now with that, a AAA lithium battery, this is gonna give you around 240 hours, which I think is great. Also, while it's definitely a negative that you have to use a battery, this is how they save on cost, and you really are never going to run out of batteries. Just keep a few in your desk drawer, pop them out, pop them back in, and in pretty much 20 seconds, you're getting back to the game, which is actually, I think, kind of a pro. For programmable buttons, this has those two extra side buttons on the left side, which is pretty standard for this segment, and then the other being the scroll wheel. And that is it. Switches here are Razer's Gen 2 mechanical switches. They're nice and satisfying, not overly light, but pretty much right there in the middle. I think most people will like these switches. Scroll wheel here is nicely tactile. They didn't do a mushy, bad job on this. In fact, this has a better scroll wheel than some of Razer's other more higher end mice. Now for me personally, they're spaced a little bit far apart, but the tactility is good, so I'm not gonna knock it too much. Now for the weight, this comes in at 65 grams with that lithium AAA battery, or about 84.5 grams with a AA battery. Overall, if you're using a lithium battery, that's actually a very good weight. This is the best wireless gaming mouse. This is the cheapest wireless gaming mouse I would buy, and for that money, you're getting a heck of a mouse. But yeah, except for the Logitech G305, which I think this does better at a similar price point, this is a phenomenal wireless gaming mice for the price.
Again, if you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. And if you want to check out my main channel with longer form content, you can check that out right here. But this is a consumer tech review high speed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.